would not file a lawsuit against Baldoni.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds skipping 2025 Golden Globes amid Justin Baldoni lawsuit. Days after Blake Lively filed a lawsuit against her, it ends with his co-star Justin Baldoni, Wayfarer Studios and others. She and husband Ryan Reynolds skipped out on the 2025 Golden Globes. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are sitting this one out. The couple will not attend the 2025 Golden Globes on January 5th.
Of the firestorm surrounding Blake's movie It Ends With Us. Harm people who speak up about misconduct.
Hosted this year by Nikki Glaser. Nor will Reynolds Deadpool and Wolverine co-star Hugh Jackman, according to Deadline, despite the film's nomination for cinematic and box office achievement. See the list of winners here. The lack of attendance at one of Hollywood's biggest night comes amid ongoing legal drama between Lively and her. It ends with his co-star Justin Baldoni, who each made headlines with their lawsuits at the end of 2024.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds won't be at the Golden Globes this year. Nothing in this lawsuit changes anything about the...
In a federal lawsuit filed against Baldoni, his production company Wayfarer Studios, and others in New York on December 31st and obtained by NBC News, Lively accused him and his Wayfarer associates of embarking on a sophisticated press and digital plan in retaliation for her voicing concerns about alleged misconduct on set, with her saying she and other cast and crew members experienced invasive, unwelcome, unprofessional, and sexually inappropriate behavior by Baldoni and his Wayfarer co-founder Jamie Heath, who is also a defendant in the lawsuit.
Working on a quote, sophisticated press and also a defendant in the lawsuit. Blake is also suing other cast and crew members experienced invasive...
I hope that my legal action helps pull back the curtain on these sinister retaliatory tactics to harm people who speak up about misconduct. Lively, who is also suing Baldoni's publicist Jennifer Abel, his crisis communication specialist Melissa Nathan, her company The Agency Group, Wayfarer co-founder Steve Sarowitz and production entity It Ends With Us Movie LLC, previously told the New York Times about the allegations, which were first detailed in her earlier California Civil Rights Department complaint, CRD, and published in the outlet's December 21st report, and helps protect others who may be targeted.
Harm people who speak up about misconduct. His production company Wayfarer.
In a December 21st statement to NBC News, Baldoni's and Wayfarer's attorney Brian Friedman called Lively's accusations another desperate attempt to fix her negative reputation, as well as completely false, outrageous and intentionally salacious. On December 31st, hours before Lively filed her lawsuit, Wayfarer, Baldoni, Heath, Sarowitz, Nathan, Abel, The Agency Group and others filed a libel lawsuit against the New York Times for its report about an alleged smear campaign against Lively based on her CDR complaint.
At the January 5th event, but according to Deadline, both first hours before Lively filed her lawsuit.
In their suit against the New York Times, which was obtained by E! News, the plaintiff's alleged messages cited in the report were taken out of context and that the Times relied almost entirely on Lively's unverified and self-serving narrative, lifting it nearly verbatim while disregarding an abundance of evidence that contradicted her claims and exposed her true motives. However, the New York Times stands by its report. We plan to vigorously defend against the lawsuit, the outlet in a statement obtained by E! News January 1st.
Would not file a lawsuit against Baldoni or Wayfarer.
The role of an independent news organization is to follow the facts where they lead. Our story was meticulously and responsibly reported. It was based on a review of thousands of pages of original documents, including the text messages and emails that we quote accurately and at length in the article. Lively's attorneys also told E! News, nothing in this lawsuit changes anything about the claims in her CRD or federal complaints, and this lawsuit is based on the obviously false premise that she would not file a lawsuit against Baldoni or Wayfarer. That's what we can say. Don't forget to support our channel by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing. We thank you all for your support.
Steve Sarowitz and production edits of embarking on a quote, sophisticated press and also a defendant in the lawsuit. Blake is also suing